Hey YouTube, we have Leonard here. Green guys and gals, Ao no Hako. Blue Box, we are here, we're live, we're on episode number 17. As far as I'm concerned, after seeing the end of last week's episode, and again, Chinatsu, I've been loving this, I've been loving the development, I'm loving that she's becoming comfortable again with Taiki, but I'm here again to declare that this is now officially a war. Hina, love Hina, has officially started, in my opinion, even though it was already percolating, the full-on war between Chinatsu and Hina, because she has declared that she has told Taiki her feelings for him. And Chinatsu, last episode, again, this is really important, when her mom was telling her about, women that she dislikes, essentially. Things are bad, and, I think the war was, an unforgivable woman, and Chinatsu was, ruminating on that, because she realized that she's, an indirect individual, that she's kind of doing this with Taiki. She felt some type of way. I thought that was actually a really good characterization for Chinatsu, to start becoming more aware of that. But then to Hina to come in and outwardly say, she's gunning for Taiki and already confess. I'm just really curious, what does Chinatsu do with this information? Because there's two things she could really do of note. She could either take that information and shy away, being like, Chono-san has legitimate feelings for Taiki. I don't even know how I feel. Maybe he feels the same way about her. Man, I need to just back off. Or she can honestly go the toxic route as well. I mean, both could be toxic. And literally just being like, I won't let you get Taiki. And start being more proactive herself. Probably not to the point of actually confessing, but being more proactive. I don't know. But honestly, as a person who I love the drama, I'm all in for this. I honestly wish we got more of the sports, because I think what made Blue Box for me a really enjoyable series, aside from your traditional romance, was the sport element for Chinatsu and the basketball, Taiki and the badminton. Even though we didn't get much of Hina in the gymnastics, but I liked that element of it. I really, really did. However, we're really focusing much more recently on the romance. I'm not going to complain. I'm always here for romance and drama. I would like a little bit more of the sports, but I don't think we're going to get that for now. Hina's like, hey, do you know the top girl in basketball? Uka. Uka to this day, top tier. Top tier, crossing and everything. So that's kind of all I have to say. Let's get into the episode. I'm curious what's going to happen here. But the war has officially begun. And there's not going to be for those who watch One Piece, when Shanks came in, and Shanks came to end the war, I do not see a peaceful end to this war. I just do not. But anyway, let us begin. We're going to start this episode. And of course, everyone follow me on Twitch. Link in the search box down below, or do all my live reactions. Come through, we have a good time. I hope an advertisement does not currently kill my reaction, but let's see what happens. We're going to begin. We're going to start this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we got hit with an ad. Dang it. Okay, and of course we got hit with an ad. We're going to redo this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I quit. Alright, for those who are on YouTube, I probably had to cut this out, but advertisement struggles. That's all I gotta say. We're good now. I'm about to rage quit because of ads. Chinatsu? I am inevitable. Oh, what was that reaction? Oh, she didn't know that. Chinatsu handled that much better than I expected her to. Uh-oh. Hina's like, Bit embarrassing. This felt like such a fake interaction. Chinatsu, you have to feel some type of way. That's what I was saying. This is what I expected. She should... There we go. That's the reaction I wanted. Sadly, but... Because the way she handled that, honestly, without any conflict, I was like, credit to you, Chinatsu. You're better than me. As soon as Hina gets out of there, and you saw like the complete like dead look in Chinatsu's eyes, and the overall like the sigh. That's what we needed. I didn't hate you, but this opening can't grow on me after opening 1. I don't like this opening. Opening 1 was literally was the best opening, or one of the best openings I had the pleasure of listening to last season. The only thing that was better was most likely the Dandadan opening. And that's Dandadan. So yeah, I can't listen to this. It's almost like, honestly, for those who used to watch Naruto, it was like Naruto opening 2, Haru Kantana, whatever, was such a good opening. And then when we got like opening 3, it was just like, ew. And opening 3 is not a bad opening. It's just that it came after opening 2, which was like epic. And then got Sancho in opening 4, which is also epic. Ooh, I don't like this opening. Twitter, you hate the people who made this opening? That's facts. I'm sure the people who did the opening did a good job. It just doesn't hit. The song is just better and the emotion's better in opening 1. It just is what it is. Get him, Taiki. Yeah, Taiki's trying to become him. I'm falling for the first ghost that's first opening trap. But good question. By the way, I asked for more badminton, and now we're getting more badminton. To be fair, they just finished the inter-high stuff, so it kind of makes sense. Oh no, that we were getting less sports because it was like a down season. Taiki redemption time. Sekido honestly kills me, man. Love Sekido, but it kills me. Oh, look at the oh, look at him. Look at the resolve. Well, how do you speaking from experience? How do you have to go through the whole thing with Hyodo as well? But there's 4 endings? I did not know that, actually. Hina? Hyoda is him, that's true. Dang! Taiki, why are you so cold to Hina, man? Well, dang. Well, dang. Ooh, got him. Yo, don't yell at her. She's nervous. Bro, Taiki, don't be trash. Don't be so trash, Taiki. Oh, I love it. No, to me, if you look, I hear what you're saying towards the manga. This is giving me the Hina's like annoying him. It feels like Hina's annoying him every time she says this. And he's being almost kind of dismissive of it, which I don't appreciate. But I digress. Ooh, Taiki! Correct. He feels extremely awkward around her right now. which is why he's feeling annoyed and everything. It's possible. I mean, again, just from what I'm seeing, it's clear that the Hina relationship is very strained because he already told her basically to give up and she won't give up and he feels some type of way. I think he's being a little harsh, but that's just me. Well, dang. So the same tact, but both of them wanting to see it. Taiki being consistent, but... So you're thinking about, I wonder how Chinatsu feels. My practice buddy claimed him. Not the same level of resolve, but it's still there and Taiki felt it. My practice buddy. Ooh. Ooh! Crisp! Crisp! Look at those smashes. Where's Haryuu at? A retired player? Yeah, they keep upping this guy. Taiki has no chance. Taiki has zero chance. I'm sorry. You don't want to play you. Nah. Taiki's there's every little thing that happens to him. Just dang, what the hate. All the hate. Don't worry, Taiki, I still support you. Dang, Haryuu. Dang. Dang. Not wrong. I feel very happy, by the way. Give me all the sports in this one. Give me all the badminton. Haryuu's king of pettiness. But again, he spoke facts. Because realistically, they're on the same team. But again, Taiki is his competition. And he wants Taiki to do well. But don't get it twisted. He also, you gotta think about himself. And he's been a very good senpai, by the way, to Taiki. Why does that apple look so real? Good question. Haryuu's a more driven character. And that's why I wish we would have a story with Haryuu and Karen. Haryuu's a very, very good character. She dead! GG! Shinderu. Oh, she's like, I'm not dead, bro. Act dead? Oh. Oh. Taiki? Taiki? I mean, you say you help her practice. And it's Snow White. You knew what you're... You know what you just signed up for. The heck? The heck you did a Taiki? Draw the sword? There's no way I ain't doing that. Ooh! Oh my god, that's a beautiful picture! I want that to be the thumbnail. I want that as the thumbnail, please. Please, let this be my thumbnail. Yep. Just like confessing to you. Yeah, Taiki, you're the one to talk. You're doing literally everything. And probably burning out. Yep. And know that Hina's been paying attention to all of it. And supporting you in the background. The worst thing that could happen is that Chinatsu passes by as this is happening. Hey Sarah, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Taiki? Taiki's a trap. Taiki wasn't ready. Was not ready. Taiki, come back. Woo! I haven't watched anything else this year. We're about to start I'm Getting Married in a Sec, but we've only watched Blue Bots so far. Go, Nino, go! Oh! 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 Get him, Taiki! Stay true to your resolve, but dang. Yes, you did. Dang, Hina's resilient. I gotta give it to her. My heart is actually, honestly, as much as I ship Chinatsu and Taiki, my heart is really breaking for Hina. The issue here is the fact that Taiki has to be very resolute, and he has to tell Hina, I'm not interested. He's kind of alluded to it, but if I'm Taiki in this situation, I'd be very upfront, like, please just stop. I think that's what Taiki has to do. He's being resolute in his feelings again, but he has to just tell her to just stop. Dang. Winning streak over. Wasn't even close. Ooh. Word. Tell him you're doubting yourself too much. You kind of are. Oh, I'm just a coward. The stuff with Chinatsu and Hina's really like hitting him. I'll give my thoughts at the end of the episode, but I have advice I've kind of highlighted, but I have advice for Taiki. Advice I think will help him. Haryuu. Uh, hmm. But correct. Frankfurters? Was just hindering his game. Yep. He's figuring what he's actually good at. The little basic stuff. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I love that line. Okay. For those on YouTube, we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, everything's good. It was just something to do with like my mom and like their lore. It's a long thing. It's a long thing. But everything's good. Okay, let's see what Haryuu's gonna do here. Mm, that's funny. Haryuu came over here and he was just like, I'm gonna encourage Taiki. He's like, bro, you living up your life. He's like, nah, man, I'll put the curry down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Too funny. Here it comes. Okay, here we go. To my ending. By the way, I do believe that if Taiki goes against, what's his name, Yusa, I don't see Taiki winning. I just do not. Not now. I see Taiki making improvements, but Yusa is essentially his Hyodo. And some could argue that, based on what Yusa's doing, his potential is extremely high, and he probably could be Haryuu. So if Taiki can't be Haryuu, I don't think that Taiki is being Yusa in the practice. I just don't. Anyway, the point I was going to make before with the whole stuff with Taiki, I think part of why Taiki's play is suffering, even aside from like him being over-focused on the Yusa stuff and everything, is also because of the fact that Taiki is extremely divided in his heart. Taiki does not know what he is doing when it comes to this whole Hina Chinatsu stuff. Now, I'll say that strictly as a person who watches the anime. When I look at the interaction between Hina and Taiki, it gives the vibes in the anime that Taiki has made it clear that he likes Chinatsu. Hina's made it clear that she does not care and that she will continue to go after Taiki. And that's something that she is perfectly fine with. Taiki has shown irritation, from what I can see, whenever Hina is around him. Whenever they're having certain conversations about the liking, things like that. And it's not because he hates Hina, but it's largely because of the fact that Taiki doesn't know how to handle the situation. Even though he tells her that she doesn't have to do X, Y, and Z, and that he likes Chinatsu, it's also not him saying, by the way, that I don't like you, Hina, please stop. And I think that's what's missing. I think that even though it's being portrayed that he likes Chinatsu, a part of his heart, a part of Taiki is clearly wavering. It may be because of the fact that he views Hina as his friend and he doesn't want to do anything necessarily that is going to hurt Hina, and he feels worried about that. It could be he may be having in the back of his mind feelings towards Hina because he doesn't know that Chinatsu likes him. He's not aware of that. But what he does understand is the fact that there is a girl in front of him who is his friend, Hina, who clearly likes him. And he knows how he feels about Chinatsu, but this is causing him again to waver. So I think that's ultimately the issue that Taiki's having, why he feels like it's this whole split. If I were Taiki, if I were in Taiki's shoes, I would literally tell Taiki, you have to have an earnest conversation with Hina and be like, hey, I understand that you like me. That's all well and good. Hina, you're my friend. I do not like you. And honestly, you're putting me in an uncomfortable position by continuing to say how much you like me, things like that. I don't like you. I'm not going to like you. There's a person who I like. And I would appreciate it if you leave me alone. I think he has to honestly be that firm. Because Hina's not going to take no for an answer otherwise. You have to be really firm and be like, I do not like you. Because from Hina's perspective, the door is open. And by Taiki being all like, oh, wait, like, she's not wrong. Even in that scene in the classroom, where his heart jumped a little bit. He eventually regained himself. He's just like, nah, I'm not doing this. But what Hina's going after is the fact that those moments of fluttering. She wants Taiki, who's otherwise a little indecisive, to sway towards her by being aggressive. Which I respect, and I'm conscious on Hina's side for doing this. But Taiki, if you know what you want, if you know that you like Chinatsu, then you have to be resolute and not be, as you describe yourself, a coward. You're being a coward by not being direct with Hina. It just is what it is. I have a person that her constant attempts are making him waver a bit. I think they are to some degree. I think they are making him waver. But I think there's a combination of he's annoyed that she keeps coming on to him, but she keeps doing it because she knows that there's a slight chance that he is wavering a little bit and might come to her side. Again, the classroom scene is a clear example that even though he said at the end of the day that he wasn't going to kiss her, that he says that he likes Chinatsu, he has moments of hesitation, wavering, which is exactly what Hina's prying on. And that's it. And that's on Taiki out there. You can't be mad at Hina because Hina's being very transparent about what she is doing. And it's not in a malicious way. She likes him and she wants Taiki, who currently is indecisive about a girl who's not expressed her feelings towards him. She wants Taiki to look at her the way that he looks at Chinatsu. Problem is, he's actually stopping seeing her as a friend. There is a difference, though. Yes, Hina did say, why don't you see me as a girl who likes you? That does not mean he should start to treat her as like she's not his friend. This is on him, in my opinion. I do agree. Now, I will say this. Another dynamic to take with this is the fact that if you're a Taiki, because this is just very real in my opinion, at some point, I think the problem is that if Hina over approaches him in a liking matter, I don't think you can dictate if he still sees you as a friend or not. Because you made it clear that you don't want him, you want him to see you as someone that he likes. You can have your cake and eat it too. There's a possibility that by going so all in, it could actually damage the friendship. And I think that's a risk that Hina honestly is taking here. Because again, if you succeed and he sees you strictly as someone that he could potentially like, and he chooses not to go with you, going back to just being friends could be incredibly awkward. It's certainly doable. They can do whatever they want, quite frankly. But it does make the situation incredibly awkward. And if Taiki in his mind is starting to bifurcate the friendship from, or not bifurcate, I should say, the friendship and the romance, well, then that means that as time goes on, he's going to eventually, if things don't work with Hina, and there's the outright rejection, it might mean the end of their friendship. And it might have to be that way anyway, because realistically, if you end up rejecting somebody and you're going out with somebody else, and you feel uncomfortable around the other person, and you have to think about how, I don't even know if he ends up dating Chinatsu or not, I don't know. But realistically, if he started dating Chinatsu, she probably wouldn't have an issue with it. But again, Taiki has to ask himself, how much does Hina mean to him as a friend versus a romantic partner? And the way I'm seeing it right now is that, again, I'm seeing hints of annoyance, hints of frustration with the stuff that Hina's doing. But I also see a person who's wavering a little bit and not sure which direction he should go. So if he ends up choosing Hina, that's great. If he doesn't choose Hina, I can see how this could have a drastic impact on the friendship as well, just from what I'm observing in the anime. So that's that. I don't see any of this leading to the conclusion Hina's at fault and she should not be his friend anymore. I'm not saying that. This isn't about Hina. This is about Taiki. I'm saying that at the end of the day, Taiki may end up making the decision that he doesn't want to be her friend. I don't know how much Taiki views her as a trusted friend. And if he does view her as a trusted friend, then quite frankly, you owe her a better response at this point in time. So I get... So the point being is the fact that in the case of Taiki, I think that this all solely squarely rests on Taiki's shoulders. Taiki has to be a good friend to Hina and ultimately tell her how he feels and tell her like to just stop this if he values the friendship. My problem is that Taiki is not her friend. Based on what he's described, I would kind of agree with that, yeah. I think that at the end of the day, even if they had a friendship, and even if Hina treats him a certain type of way, I don't think Taiki's being a good friend here. Because again, just imagine, I know we're ranting now, but just imagine for a second that you had a friend. And I understand people might be upset with Hina because of her aggressiveness, but at the end of the day, if I was in Taiki's shoes and Hina is supposed to be my friend, I would just tell her, stop the nonsense, man. It's like, I value our friendship and I don't like what's happening here. I'm not going to see you in a romantic way. So if you value the friendship, let's just stop this and let's go back to being friends. But if you're going to let her continue to do all this stuff, then I don't think you truly see her as a friend. And maybe part of you does see the potential romance. But if you don't end up choosing Hina, it's over. Romance and friendship. Because you haven't gone out of your way, Taiki, to actually stop what is happening. You're saying sometimes the right things, but you're not being resolute about it. In a sense, against Taiki say he's being a coward. So that's the issue. But anyway, guys, I digress. And as for Chinatsu, as I said before, this has become a war. Chinatsu 100% now is leaning into, I'm going to do something. Like, even when they have that scene, and she calls it like my, I forget what she says the exact verbatim, but basically like the early morning partners, stuff like workout partners and things like that. Chinatsu in her own way, without being as direct, is doing the same thing where she's making like almost like a full court press on Taiki and leaning into her emotions for Taiki in her own way. So anyway, with that, let me end this one here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you like my content. It is greatly appreciated as always. And with that, I'm Leonard and I'm out. Take care, everybody. And of course, have a good one. Peace.